good flow. Because also it's pre-recorded, so if we really do say some shit that we're like, oh my, I gotta delete it, I can't delete it.
You just said shit, so I mean, I don't know if you have.
Okay, so I guess this is the portion. Wait, I have a fancy banner where I say, hey, if you don't want to talk about things like selling as it pertains to the adult industry, you're not over 18 years old. I just don't care anymore. I'm sorry. Love you all. Yeah. We're going to talk, and it's hard to censor.
Does bollocks count as a swear word over there? I don't think it does.
I've been banned or shadow banned for things like an elbow that looked like a nipple. Oh God, there I go again. Okay. So at this point, I think you can say anything you want because I don't know. Is my algorithm tailored for being international? I don't know. This is going to be very exciting.
I'll just say loads of British swear words.
I'll just say all the British swear words to counteract the American swear words. Which I guess at one point they were all the same words.
Yeah, probably.
Americans, not all Americans, but my family was in the UK way back when, and then colonization. So you never know.
Sorry about that.
No, why are you saying sorry? I was just saying my family, they came on the second Mayflower. We're here. It's just.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So my maiden name is Titus. Well, I guess you do that if people are always like, you have such a long last name. But I guess I'll get to it. So we kind of did things out of order. If you're not 18, please kindly scroll away. But hey, it's a pre-recorded Tuesdays with Tori because we're going international. Cha 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 cha. Right? Bringing joy in all time zones sometimes means we got to do things a little bit differently. So I'm still drinking my coffee because it's morning here. And Sam here, you got to take the dog out soon, right?
That's right. I've had my coffee. I'm waiting for the
I know you're not on espresso martinis tonight. That's like coffee and booze. It's the best thing ever. Overstimulation. All right, and my Roomba's gonna come in and fuck shit up. This is gonna be fun. So welcome back. It's a Tuesday with Tori. My weekly dose of I was speaking into the ether, what I call the internet, my musings and my rants, and somehow everybody ranted back. And now I use it as a superpower. Thank you, Roomba, coming at us. I can't vacuum my own floors. You caught me. So thankfully, my talking to the ether and my musings, I now use it as a superpower. So when friends like Sam reach out, I'm like, dude, we haven't talked in a minute. What's going on? Let's catch up and do our little business hype up and chats and situations because if you're not in the adult retail B2B side, this is probably not the show for you, but if you're new here and you want to watch, it hasn't been the easiest. From what I understand, most places and areas selling right now, we've had some big changes in the last 6 years as far as the industry is concerned. So now I get to drag my friends in, like Sam, even though he's international. Don't worry, we're recording this Monday night for Sam, Monday morning for me, and I'll run it like no one's gonna get to see it until my normal 5 p.m. on the East Coast on Tuesday. But I'll still be there in the chat because I gotta post it and all the things. So don't feel like you can't have your same engagement. Sam will get all the questions and all the answers. And in fact, I would love to always test him anyways. They sent him a whole different episode. And I forgot that he was like, what? Oh, I was prepared to talk about these things. I was like, okay. It's awesome you'll talk about these things. I forget. So time is a construct anyway. So speaking of international vibes, because I'm trying to share joy when I rope my friends into these things, I've got your weekly condom joke for you. So, what, Sam, what do British condoms, right, and tea, what do they have in common?
I don't know, Tori. What do British condoms and tea have in common?
They both lose their strength when they get too hot.
When they get too hot? I don't know if that works.
No.
I mean, British tea has to be super hot to make it work.
Boiling.
Exactly. And the rate at which British people have sex is so slow that it doesn't create any friction. So we don't make heat. It's just like, almost. There we are.
It's because you're so polite.
And then we go, thank you, darling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go in separate beds now.
Okay. So polished. So demure.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. So we're already having too much fun. If you, this is usually the time where everybody starts like logging on. So we've had the fun bits and bobs, and they're like, okay, she's talking about the Sam person. He's got a lovely accent and a sense of humor. But who's Sam, right? Okay, Mr. Sam, he, just happens to be the global, right? We're going international, global sales manager. I met you in a different path on your career and this new journey with Rouge, luxury bondage.
Have to say it. It's Rouge.
Rouge. See,
Rouge.
He's informing me. This is exciting.
Don't worry, it's fine. You're not the first person who's made that mistake. It's quite a lot of people in the States. So it's Rouge, not Rouge.
We need a little accenty thingy. Maybe I've just been playing too much D&D. My kids are trying to get into that, and that's rogue, right? If you want to be like a rogue character that's good with knives and potentially lock picking.
Exactly, and there's a X-Men character called Rouge.
She's the bomb. You can't see on camera, but maybe my hair's finally growing back from perimenopause, stress, pandemic, whatever. But it's coming in white, so not gray, but that white, which maybe will look badass. So I'm going for
next Halloween.
Are we doing it?
You should definitely do it next.
Well,
Halloween.
no, but then I can't just be one X-Men. They're the X-Men.
Well,
I need like a team. No, I'm saying you're gonna have to be an X-Men now too. Or have to get a whole industry
I'd obviously be Wolverine. Obviously,
okay.
I mean,
fabulous.
I have a beard now, so a beard.
No, I like it. It looks
post-pubescent beard, even though I'm 37.
Are you only 37? I just turned 38, but I'm starting to feel like I'm 48. I don't know. I got to work on that. Like I'm not.
Oh yeah, it's getting more difficult to get out of bed, and you know, things start creaking. Yeah.
Or like I got a really bad, I guess, worse than I thought, cold 3 weeks ago. And like, I'm still coughing, and I just made it back into the gym because I've had literally no stamina. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, well, I've managed to avoid that for now, knock on wood, but everybody around me is sick. So I'm like locking myself in this chamber.
I don't know. Well, and I also moved from Phoenix, which was desert, to now I'm in North Carolina with all these pretty trees. So maybe it's like, I'm not used to the weather.
Maybe, could be all that moist air.
But if we were going to pick favorite X-Men, sidebar, Storm was my favorite growing up, in case anybody wanted to know. So maybe
Wolverine, always. I just love the
I mean, that is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, audience, when you see this, I know Halloween's over, but we got to start planning now. We got to have epic adult industry. Everybody dresses up like X-Men, and it'll be the best because we won't even get to see each other. We're just going to post each other's X-Men randomly with our family, and I'll make it a reel. It'll be amazing. So thanks. Rouge. We're going to talk about that specifically because I obviously know nothing, and I get to catch up with my friend and he's going to tell me the things. We're going to talk about the craftsmanship. It seems to be your big branding and how like your unique selling point is across the globe. And because Sam's kind of like a genius, if you guys didn't know, we also get to talk about international market approach. Right, international is the word today. Oh goodness, Rumba. If I get out,
is that still the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, and
just
it's like,
turn it off. I can still hear it.
It's horrible, but if I'm like attached. Okay, this because I'm attached here. I'm gonna go turn it off. Sam,
it's a good thing that we're not live.
I know. Okay, you just hang real quick.
Don't worry. By the way, we should not cut this out. This is hilarious. Keep this in. We should keep that part in.
You know, I might. Oh goodness. I mean, stuff happens, I guess, and that's the point. I mean, really, it's a mental exercise for me of just like taking up space, right? In the internet, anyways. That's where I'll start. But also like that. You know, being okay that shit happens and just rolling with it. I hadn't been so great. You know, then I had tiny kids, and then I got real controlling, and then all the things. So welcome to my love letter to myself as well, Sam. Thank you for being here. That was a fun tangent.
No worries.
Okay, so now that the Roomba's not here and I'm sharing my vulnerable, authentic self, what were we talking about? Okay, we're gonna talk, gearing everybody up, about kink and pleasure with the international approach. And one of my other favorite topics is just why education? Like, why does it even matter? And in such a volatile market, how's luxury able to compete? Right? Is quality worth the quantity? And etc. Right? And just BDSM in retail right now, it's a huge. I feel like it used to be more of like an accessory category, and now kink product seems to be getting its own like wall instead of just a couple of vignettes, in my opinion. Cool. This is the prompt time where I let the audience, usually you guys when you're live, come in and just ask a question of the Sam. So this is where I'm like, okay, you're here. What would you want to ask Sam about Rouge? Any ideas? Please drop in the comments. Prompt. We've gone international. Okay. Sam, anything else about your introduction you might just want to throw out there? What did I have here? I didn't really talk about your past. If you want to tell everybody, like, hey, how'd you get here? Where are you going? How long you been around?
Well, as many people know, I came from Creative Conceptions, been in the industry 5 years, moved to Rouge in February. It was February. And you asked about the origin story of Rouge, right?
Yeah. Well, we can start there. That sounds great.
Cool. Okay, so we've been in the industry. We have been in the industry, as in Rouge, not me, for 12 years. And the origin story came kind of from what we saw was the abandonment of true BDSM values. With the changeover to kind of synthetics. And we wanted to make sure that leather was not forgotten. Yes, there are quite small manufacturers who do kind of like craft leather in small batches, but we obviously mass manufacture in our own factories. So we wanted to make leather still available for everybody in the BDSM community because we believe it is the true, authentic material.
All right. So what is it about this approach, leaning into more leather, right? I'm seeing a lot of non-leather or vegan leather alternatives being the big sticker, the big what to talk about. In BDSM sort of brands I'm seeing out there. Do you think that's a shift? Why craftsmanship? What's going on with this? Inform me. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely been a financially successful move for those who have moved into synthetics, in that they're a lot cheaper to source. But there is a misconception that these vegan, I'll call them, alternatives and sustainable alternatives are as they say they are, when the reality is that they're almost always made from petrochemical derivatives, mostly polyurethane. And if you know crude oil, then you know it's made of the remains of dead plankton, which is an animal, and it's also an unsustainable resource. So there ain't nothing vegan about polyurethane, and there ain't nothing sustainable about it either.
Let me put the star disclaimer here.
The more you know.
There's I love it, but also I sell polyurethane condoms. Different oil process that he's talking about here, people, right? Yes. It's named the same, but depending on what you do to chemically alter it, it makes a big difference. So don't think that you can't wear your polyurethane condom. It's a completely different process, which is just there to confuse people, apparently.
Yes.
Right? Like there's so many people that still think that condoms are made with casein. I'm like, that's way too expensive. Even if people still wanted to keep using animal byproducts in their condoms, it makes no sense to be too expensive now.
But cows, on the other hand, are cows and sheep. Cows and sheep are going to be around for a lot longer than crude oil, which is obviously where polyurethane comes from.
We hope so, anyways. Otherwise, we're good.
Well, we hope, yeah. I mean,
that would be a bad. As far as like civilization and humanity, like we've always been like hunting and farming, and like we're gonna miss a lot of our meat.
bad things are happening in the planet. So I like my beef. I desperately want to be a vegetarian, but meat just tastes so damn good. And I completely see the ethical side to it, but I just still can't make that move. One day I definitely will be. But anyway, the point is, if you want to look for
I'm
real,
not playing. My body needs the meat. I tried.
oh really? It's not even going. No.
I'm already losing my hair and my skin's going through whatever. No, I need the meat.
It's when a big truck of pigs goes by. I'm like, oh no.
I try not to eat as much pork these days. I will say that.
Yeah, me too.
I've got just my daughter's reading.
But I do like my sausage.
I mean, there's beef sausage and chicken sausage.
Well, yeah, but there's no doubt that. Yeah.
It's the bacon.
I'm from Lincolnshire. Bacon is good. I'm from Lincolnshire in the UK, and we have a sausage called Lincolnshire sausage. If you haven't tried it, you should try it.
I have not.
Sage.
It's been some time since I've been to the UK.
So good. Yeah. So tasty. Try Lincolnshire sausage when you come here next.
Okay. But I think you're gonna have to take me to get some Lincolnshire sausage. We'll make that.
Oh yeah, I'll take you in the chopper. Why not?
See, done.
Easy sell. But yeah, no. My kind of point was, if you want
leather, everybody, just kidding.
leather, not choppers, which are also helicopter travel, not so good for the environment.
So I've been told. Maybe they want you to carpool or something in your helicopters.
Yeah, I'll just take a bunch of people. So yes, if you want real vegan leather, you need to look for plant-based materials like cactus leather, cork leather, mushroom leather. There is plenty out there, but bear in mind they are often more expensive than natural real leather. But what sparked the kind of trend away from real leather isn't clear, so for debate. My kind of cynical side says that it's purely financial, and the brands that changed over to the kind of synthetic side saw that they'd get a better margin on the vegan stuff, which obviously is true. But the truth is there was generally and genuinely a desire for non-leather alternatives because of ethical reasons, which is down to the internet spreading that message, which is good. People need to be aware of these things. There was also a series of certain books which pushed the BDSM thing. I don't know if anyone knows about that.
I don't read books.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I'm not going to name them because I mean they're quite contentious, and there was a lot of concern about consent in them. Everyone will know now what books I mean, but I'm not going to say it. But that kind of did.
Can I say it?
Oh, okay, you can say it.
I'm like, we're not sponsored by anybody or anything. Like, I don't have advertisers. This is why the show is still so tiny. You just do whatever Tori wants. I believe he's referring to the series by, what is it, EJ or EL James, the 50 Shades and 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Forever.
That's the one.
Which people forget. Yay, the author is making some money. That's awesome. But it was, again, a fantasy in a short window of someone's mind, and that's not actually relationships in the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
Said the lady who is upset.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Also said me, who is still upset that she is not writing dragons. Okay, moving on.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so that kind of thing did democratize BDSM culture, made it more accessible, and kind of opened it up to more diversification, including the materials. So that's where the kind of move to those materials came from. However, I have done extensive research, and I have found no quantitative data to suggest the use of leather in the BDSM community is or has declined. The simple fact is that the community has grown because of the internet, and it's obviously been diluted with alternative materials. So the demand for leather is still very much there.
Okay. So enlighten me, for those of us that might not understand significance of even 50 Shades of Grey, BDSM, or any of the products that go into it, right? Because this is a category I've not sold. So I'm always interested to pick other people's brains. Commodities is mostly my jam, and something luxury and how it weaves into the story is very interesting. But does real leather mean anything within the BDSM culture? It seems like, are they just buying it because they know it? Is there like some sort of sensory or emotional elements that go into these materials?
I'm glad you asked.
Could you mansplain it to me, please?
Little history lesson here.
Yay, I love history.
I'll try and keep it short. The origins of leather and BDSM aren't actually that old. Believe it or not, it all started after the Second World War when men, mostly men, started at motorcycle clubs, and this was mostly in America, but also in Europe too. But they also started leather clubs as well, separately at first, leather and motorcycle, and then they started merging them. And the discipline for caring for that leather, the sense of belonging that came from the rituals of that community, the uniform, because they were all wearing similar things, and the fact that many of the men were actually gay eventually evolved it into a sexual practice, and a community was born.
Yay,
and then over time,
yay!
And then over time, it obviously became more inclusive, diverse, but the original values of the discipline, the hierarchy, the rituals, the dominance and submission remain. So
it's almost like you practiced that answer. That was beautiful. And with a new community means a market, right? If there's a market, we can sell it. It doesn't, I have to remind people sometimes it's like, well, why are you doing what you're doing? Or why does that exist? I was like, okay, even if it's not like my cup of tea, or I don't know, like maybe everything about it. If there's a market, why not tailor to that market?
It's a huge thing. Like I say, it's growing online by the day, and thank goodness for the internet, because it's completely brought the BDSM community to everybody who wants to be in it. They don't have to go in bars anymore and these clubs and stuff. You can do it online, which we'll talk about later, because I think maybe you might ask about the future of BDSM. But we'll get into it later.
That's it. We got 3 more questions. All right.
Exactly.
So we'll get into that. First, don't worry.
But it is important to note, Tori, that real leather is still seen by many in the community as the culture, as opposed to just the stuff, like the stuff they wear. Leather is synonymous with BDSM. And these kind of hardcore people and practitioners cite the sensory traits. So that's the smell, the feel, the look, the sound.
That's pretty good.
Exactly. And of course, none of these can be accurately replicated with the alternatives, because, I mean, the durability and uniqueness of leather, you never get 2 pieces that are exactly alike. And like a new pair of shoes, it takes effort to break in, and you make it your own. So that's the kind of beauty of leather. It's natural. It's got a personality, and it takes.
And people do that with like their baseball gloves and stuff too.
There you go.
Right? They like sleep with them. And
I was appealing more to women with the shoes, but yeah, a baseball glove for guys.
Yeah, you did a good job. I understood enough that I made my own one.
Yeah, I'm
a
big sports fan. Yeah,
I'm my Chris. You know Chris, my boss. He's big. He's big baseball dude. So I'm trying to baseball adjacent.
Yeah,
adjacent. Okay. I'm learning so much. I get that. Rituals are a thing. I'm still drinking coffee because it's a ritual, right?
There you go.
But how the heck is how are you making it work? Right? We got rising costs to produce anything, not just in our business. Shipping's gone insane. How does Rouge maintain any of its like standards? Right? A lot of people are needing to change their narrative, but still be competitive in the marketplace.
Well, we've kind of established already from the previous answer that the durability of real leather is one reason why traditionalists prefer it to alternatives. So, is it worth investing in a more expensive leather paddle or a leather flogger? In a word, yep, it is. Because
you heard it here. Yes.
Yeah. Polyurethane and the other alternatives cost around half the price per square foot of leather. When compared, but leather, as you all know, lasts 10, 20, sometimes 30 years if you look after it properly, whereas polyurethane and other alternatives, they show wear and tear after a couple of years, even less after prolonged use. So although it's an initial saving, you're only going to have to buy it again. And what did our grandmothers all tell us when we were young? Buy cheap, buy twice. I'm sure they weren't thinking of a flogger when they told us that, but probably a pair of shoes. But but buy cheap, buy twice is what I'm saying when it comes to BDSM.
Oh, sidebar.
You got to invest that extra pound or that extra dollar.
I just inherited some freaking leather pants that are like they used to make them nice and lined, right? Back in the day. I haven't tried them on yet, but I'm excited now that I know all these things about the leather. It could be too much leather. I'm just supporting Sam. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry.
Exactly. Well, yeah. You tell me how it feels when you put them on. You'll be able to smell them. The noise they make when you put them on as well. It's all about sensation. That's the whole point of leather.
Right. I guess that's what we do. We have entire stores of things that feel different.
Exactly.
Lean into all the sensations. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about what nobody wants to talk about, but is always talking about?
The T word?
Tariffs. I know. I blame everything on the tariffs now, even if it's just like, the put your dishes away. No, that's like I didn't because of the tariffs. Like everything is the tariff. It's just freaking tariffs. Tariff. God. And now, and like things weren't supposed to even impact my category in condoms that much, and it still just rolled down. So tell me, just let's be in misery together. Some of the challenges, or the benefits of operating in your side of the market and having an international footprint.
Well, luckily, there's history between our two great nations.
Sometimes.
And good history most of the time. We won't talk about the time we burnt down the White House in 1812. I just mentioned that. Sorry.
Yeah,
it won't happen again, I promise.
There was a lot of things that happened in 1776 before that.
Yeah. But you kicked our asses. Yeah, you did.
but we all got over it, right? Everybody. This is the world we've inherited, right? You got to know. Your
I don't
history.
wake up in cold sweats anymore about. No, but we seem to be on a pretty good footing with your current administration, and we're doing everything we can to keep it that way, including giving him a nice little ride in the King's golden carriage. So with that brings advantages. We're not on the naughty list, so we didn't get struck with the old T word. And since all of our products are shipped out of the UK, we've been able to keep our prices exactly the same for the last 12 years, meaning we are now becoming one of the most cost-effective BDSM brands on the market. And the reason,
and already better quality. High quality. I shouldn't say better. I don't know. Just in my opinion, Sam's here. I will say high quality, but affordability.
Beautiful. I wish you had smell-o-vision, but this. Honestly,
oh my god! If we had smell-o-vision,
so nice,
that could be a great or not so great thing.
Put
it next to your microphone, like shake it around. So everyone, let's do some ASMR.
Can you hear that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like rain sounds almost.
There you go.
I love it.
But yeah, because we don't manufacture in China, basically, that's kind of what happened there.
All right, hashtag if you want to get out of China, maybe Sam can help you with your accessory.
Yeah, give me a call.
That's what the show is here for. We're gonna figure it all out together. Sorry, just making sure that was not my children. When the kids are in school, I have to look at the phones.
I put mine on silent because I don't have kids.
That part. Everybody's in different chapters of their lives. I'm in that. Okay. So I always want to try and make sure that I bring, at least a bit of a lens to the show, because I used to be a person on the sales floor, maybe not particularly the adult sales floor, but my husband was, and then I sold lingerie and all sorts of things for forever. So I understand the people on the sales floor always just trying to make whatever resources they have work. So if I am a retailer and I'm tuning in and I'm like, all right, I'm like, understanding what some of these people are saying sometimes. Let's say they carry or they want to carry some more bondage lines. What advice would you have for just general staff training, right? Because a lot of times, regardless of your brand, the store needs education on the category and then your unique kind of selling points, right? What about all the stuff that comes with the leather, non-leather? There's materials, there's ethics, there's the storytelling, there's the craftsmanship. What's the advice? How do we make it make sense to the staff?
Exhibit A. First thing you asked was, if you're thinking about buying some of our stuff, this would be what I would advise to get first.
We have a pre-pack.
It's so cute. So basically, that's very, very mini
very cute
leather floggers and crops. These
That's
are
a great impulse kind of situation, right?
exactly. And you put it under the counter. It comes with a display, 6 deep, and they sell like hotcakes, I guess. And do people still say that? Like, they sell like leather whips.
The word hella came out of my mouth within the week, so who knows? Whatever. Again, welcome to the ether, the musings of the internet. We'll bring vocabulary back. It can't be worse than 6, 7 or whatever.
But yeah, that's the first thing I'd say go for, and then you can get people interested in the leather category. But the whole point of, like I said, of our stuff is to have it on display so you can smell it, you can hear it, you can feel it. So we don't package our leather; it's just like this. So it comes in a plastic bag, obviously, but you'd hang it like this, so the person would, okay, and then they could hit with it, they could slap with it, they could wear it. Like, you need to be able to experience leather before you buy it. So in terms of that's in terms of displays. In terms of the materials, just make sure that your staff are clued up about where it's from. So, you know, the whole crude oil thing, the whole cow thing. If they're not cool with the whole cow thing, if they're not cool with the whole cow thing,
cow.
Yeah, I mean, it's sheep as well. But if you know, live animals obviously are used in not alive. They're not alive when it's used. Living animals are obviously used in the manufacture of these things. Yes, the dead plankton have been dead for millions of years in crude oil. So yeah, there's a difference there. But obviously, don't go into that when you're talking to a customer, because they'll just walk off. But no, you need to know about the materials, where they're derived from. Ethics wise, is a simple case of, you know, do you want an animal derived product? Some people will immediately say no, but again, that educational side helps if that person selling it knows where it's from. Value wise, and it's a no-brainer for me. You can say, look, do you want a product that's going to last you a couple of years, that's going to cost you maybe a couple of bucks less, or do you want to invest a bit more and have a product that's going to be unique, it's going to have its own personality, and it's going to last you 20 years? And after that 20 years, it's going to be like, yeah, I bought this flogger like 20 years ago. Isn't that cool? Like, you know, like a leather jacket that like you're,
that
you know,
is like inherited.
Oh my God, it smells so good. Like, you know, and it's got its own personality. You can customize them. You could, I mean, technically you could customize this quite easily, but yeah, that's the whole personality thing of it. And also the sensory part. You know, you could give them a polyurethane flogger and then give them a leather flogger and say, smell the difference, feel the difference, look at the difference. You know, all that kind of thing.
It's all about what experience your customer is looking for, and a lot of times they have something in mind, but they might not be able to like articulate it. So that's why it's always important. I'm always like, you got to storytell at the same time, right, as you're selling, so that so you can get that information on what experience they're looking for.
So to sum up, it's about storytelling and education. So
heck yes, and we're here to help you with both. Because I want to know now, what's the future of this luxury kink category? Where do you see the next wave of innovation coming from?
I predict, since a lot of the stuff is going into VR and AR now, that you'll be able to have remote BDSM sessions with VR masks. You'll be able to have machines that will do it for you. Obviously, we have the sex machines already. There'll be spanking machines if there aren't already. So it'll be a lot of digital based and technological based advances, even not advantages. Sorry?
I said we could say both.
Yeah, exactly. Advantages and advances. But the online community, like I say, is growing and growing and growing. And I just think the education, the discourse around it will just grow and grow and grow. It shows no sign of declining. I think I've looked at research earlier that shows that Gen Z are more open to BDSM exploration. I think it was 11% of Gen Z had frequently engaged in BDSM and 22% had tried a few times. So it ain't going anywhere.
I'm interested. Are those post-pandemic numbers or pre-pandemic? How many years?
That was a study done in 2024.
I feel like, and this should just be me, and I was talking to another person in our industry about it. I was like, feel like you have to make sure you're looking at like, you need a big lens, but also you need a smaller one too, because a lot of things that we thought might have been trending up to 2019, some categories like the backdoor category has tripled in the last 6 years, right? So even though it was getting momentum, I'm like, how is that not going to be some sort of trend or new buzzword or whatever if it's already tripled, right?
Well, interestingly enough, when I was doing my thesis for my MBA, I'm not trying to plug here, honestly, I'm not.
Sam has
I'm
an MBA.
genuinely not. Genuinely not. I graduated with a merit. I'm genuinely not doing that. But the interesting thing is that when I was looking at previous research for the thesis, I found hardly anything, and now that's changing. While I was doing it, there are more academics looking at studying not only BDSM but sex toy use, marketing of sex toys. Because my thesis was in the marketing of sex toys. So,
oh my goodness,
like I said, the research was almost non-existent.
Can we read it? I'm a weirdo.
Yes, you can. Yes. Go to Lincoln University. Download it. I don't know. But yeah, So academic research of this topic is growing and growing. And that's because it's becoming more noticed as a normalized behavior. I mean, there's nothing not normal about it, but people are actually recognizing it as a societal trend, I guess.
Right. It's more accepted, so to speak.
Yeah, of course. And that's only going to get more. So it's coming out of the woodwork even more. So which is only a good thing.
I love it. You know what I say? There's a lot of this aside. I've been married 11 years now. We've been together 17. It's at some point, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You just need to be doing something together. So I'm a big fan of, whether it's new or it's intimidating or whatever for people, it is a nice way to introduce those conversations. If you're like in your head about it, start with the accessory categories.
And also BDSM is obviously bondage, domination, sadism, and masochism, but that's 4 things. This.
Yeah, but there's like 4 more things within the 4 things, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's people sometimes just associate it with hard spanking, and pain does not have to be that at all. Does not have to be that at all.
It's whatever you and your partner want it to be, is the point.
Restraints, for example, that's just being restrained. That doesn't hurt. It's just being restrained, and there's a certain feeling behind that. So it's exactly what you're saying.
It's not, and it's, I know it's a power exchange, but like something like being exchanging the power is not necessarily always in a truly like someone's trying to control you. No, it's just for that moment, so you can turn your brain off or whatever.
It's a fantasy.
Exactly. That part, people.
Yeah.
Right. One of my besties. I love this phrase. It's like, you got to finger my brain first. That's part of it.
There you go.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you I'd try to wrap this up. So we're going to do the rapids, and then you can do your shameless plug, and then we'll stream it on Tuesday, and it's going to be fabulous. Okay. So I like to do these little rapid fires because it amuses me. But also I think it gives the audience, my chat, kind of another little moment to get to know you.
Do I have to ask the audience something, or do I do that afterwards?
Oh, you can do that. You want to do that now?
Okay.
I was going to cut it. I was maybe going to cut it for time, but now let's do it.
No, it's fine. I'm actually really enjoying this. I
was feeling bad because
no, not at all. The dogs can wait, Tori.
Okay, sorry, puppies. We're gonna rewind. Thank you. Pre-recording's fun. So I was trying to leave a space. I'm trying to be like a person that streams things, and this is where I'm gonna make sure the audience, my chat here, has had a chance to catch up. So, people that were watching, right? Sam. Maybe how would you like, do you want to ask the audience anything?
I will, yeah, Tori. I'm going to ask you. So everybody, if you could create your own dream Rouge product, what would it be? Please drop your ideas in the comments. I'll be watching for inspiration.
Oh, he's watching. I like it. That could be a cute little, maybe I can cut that tonight and it can be the teaser video. All these things I want to do, and then I forget I actually have a full-time job selling the whole condom category to the adult industry.
This is more fun.
This is why I make it fun. You know what? Joy should be shared. And at some point, if we're not doing the things that we at least find some joy in, then I don't know. What are we doing? That sucks.
guess what, folks? Talking about stuff makes it okay.
No, again, I told you this is my love letter to my mental health, and then to the area that I work in and I'm growing in and making connections in, right? Like they're changing, and unfortunately there's not a lot of easily accessible resources because this industry is immature, not like because I'm immature in my head and I like bad jokes that revolve around dad jokes, but because it's legally been around for 50-ish years.
It's still definitely in its infancy.
Versus business.
Completely.
Commerce has been around. It's not saying that, like, okay, obviously whether they're saying, sex industry was the first industry next to merchant. I get that. Yeah. But I should say
the Venetians were trading sex toys.
Yeah. Okay, that outside, like still, in traditional commerce, it's very, 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 very young.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're doing pretty okay. Yeah, right. But
also fly around.
If we get to make the rules, I'm trying to figure out what those rules are.
Well, so, I mean, even if you had rules, we'd still break them.
Yeah, true. I guess. Yeah. What was I? My kid. I was trying to help them understand like why the rules were there, and not necessarily be broken, but like understand why it was made. So it's not like, oh my God, you're going straight to jail because you accidentally ran a stop sign once, kind of thing. No, you need to know that the stop sign is there because you got to make sure you don't run over anybody, kind of situation.
FYI, stop signs. I was only educated about that in Canada last week. I didn't realize you actually had to stop.
Fully stop.
Stop. Yeah. So if there's nothing around, I just used to go straight through. So I should have like 70,000.
Right. But because it's like not like you could throw the rule book at anybody if you wanted to, but you need to understand why it was there, right? So if you're going to manipulate the rule,
which apparently is illegal as well.
But so if you, I know we shouldn't be saying these things on web stream. This is how we get caught.
Sorry, well, I'm in the UK. So
allegedly, just kidding. No, but the point being, if you are going to,
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Yeah, there you go. Good one, right? Allegedly.
I'm not going to indict myself.
We don't know. But the point being, if you are going to bend a rule, you need to know why it exists. Or you're not going to be successful in bending it if you kind of break the whole reason that it's there.
Yeah.
Anyway, trying to parent my kids. Stay tuned. Okay, rapid fire time, because someday I'm going to make cute reels with these. Whenever I have time in my life. Okay. But so don't overthink it. We're just going to answer, and it's going to be fun.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Leather or lace?
I know that's going to confuse people because I don't like tea. Sorry, British guy doesn't like tea. Coffee all the time. Yeah. Sorry.
I do like tea because I can't drink 6 cups of coffee anymore. My stomach doesn't like it.
Oh, I can't either. Oh, crikey. No, one a day is done.
Yeah. So now, but sometimes I still want a sippy on something. So then I'm just switching to tea.
No. Orange juice.
My daughter isn't tea though. Like every night she wants tea. I think she just wants hot water and honey, but whatever. We'll go with that. Okay. Leather or lace?
Leather.
Okay. The most underrated Rouge product.
Ooh, the steel toys.
Yeah, steel's pretty amazing.
I didn't show.
Yeah,
that's
like
an example of one. That's an example of one.
Nice.
So that is, by the way, I mean, our competitors do this at like 3 times the cost of ours. This retails at like just over $100 for us. So
yeah, I really like that competitors one.
It's very nice, isn't it? But that is exactly the same.
Interesting. That rocks. Yeah, I feel like steel in general gets and glass.
It comes in the cute case.
They don't get a
Yeah. Very
nice. Leather. Yeah, I feel like steel and glass, they don't get as much attention as they should. I'm like, they clean super easy for those people that don't want to clean things.
It's again, I think it's an education thing and a knowledge thing because people don't realize that steel holds heat and cold. I mean, I'm not going to go into the latent heat capacity of metal, but yeah.
Not today. Anyway.
No. That's a whole other Tori talk.
So that's for later.
Which you'll get no viewers.
That's okay. I'll watch it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. You can put a steel on a radiator or in the freezer and it's going to hold that temperature. So that's why steel's awesome. But like you say, it cleans super easily. It's sustainable. And it's just different to other plastics and
temperature play. I mean, it's always been in, but I feel like I'm seeing more space dedicated to it than
yes,
I maybe see 1 or 2 slots. I'm seeing like, maybe 6 to 12, depending.
Yeah.
Your dream collaboration, brand or designer?
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Because you're like, imagine Louis Vuitton bondage.
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
Jeez.
So great.
Yeah.
Because they
that would bring it into the mainstream.
Right. Well, and they
I'll get him on the phone. Yeah.
All right. We'll make that happen. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Right. When they got famous.
Call your people.
Right. People. Not just leather, but they reinvented the trunks. Trunks used to be.
Oh God, I know this. So
circle.
Cool. I just want a Louis Vuitton suitcase.
I know. Someday. One word to describe Rouge.
Sensory.
That's a good one. It gave everybody the tingles. If you
hold on, I'll say it in a different way.
Okay, do it.
Sensory.
Oh, that's a good one. This is the ASMR episode you didn't know exactly. You needed because it's nighttime for him, and I'm still getting into my 100 emails. Okay, so if you weren't in this industry, what would you be doing?
Easy answer: flying helicopters in New Zealand.
You know what? I'll come visit.
Yeah.
We can pretend we're in Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh, see, exactly. I'm thinking about it now. So fun. I mean, I've never been to New Zealand, but I obviously do have a.
Well, that's why it's the fantasy. We can dream. That's a good thing. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help mentally support you on this dream. I think that's a good thing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Last but not least, your favorite part of the job, because I know you haven't been there a whole year yet, but it's sometimes nice to see things from like a newbie standpoint, even though you're not a newbie, right? Yeah. You're new to the company.
Talking to people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who, just talking to people.
That's a good thing.
So much fun.
Yeah, I guess even if I just sales, if you don't want
to. Yeah, I know, right? Oh yeah, I'm a complete introvert. Like, don't like talking to people. No,
I mean depending on your business, but I have met some very, very I don't like people, salespeople, and maybe they sell software, so they rock at it, right? They
rock at it. Yeah,
it's
software
a little
as a
different,
service.
but
a lot of money in that apparently. But yeah, not for me. No, I love talking to people, and like I say, even if I don't agree with them, that's actually more fun sometimes because you can still find a point of reference where you do agree. And I feel like the world is missing that right now.
Yes, that's one of the, what is it, communication 101, or maybe it's 102, where it's like you don't like, cool, if you're having a I don't know, what is it, a negotiation, right? That there's that book, Never Split the Difference. That's one of the things he says, right? Is like anyways, I love it. It's fabulous. Where I can't find, I swear, I just made this banner. Remember, I was like, "Oh, I'm making you a banner because I wanted to put up your Instagram."
I can just show some cool stuff. Well,
okay. I was like, my things are not working so well.
I love this flogger. But it's the detail. It's the detail that we add into our
Wait, can I make you bigger? Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to be. I
don't know. I don't know big enough.
No, I want him to be the spotlight, not me. Stop it.
It's one of our crops, accessories, fiberglass shaft, and this is so, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a fabric wraparound. Oh. So that's just feels so authentic.
Just like, again, some more texture.
And just cool chrome accessories, detachable clutch rings on everything that's restraint. There we go. So you can see that comes in there. Yeah, lovely accessories on everything. And the cute minis. I mean, I'll just pick my minis up because these are so cute. Look how many are. Oh, look at it. So cute.
I like red. I haven't seen a lot of red on. I know it gets that kind of like, I don't know, 1990s sort of, right? Like the lifestyle Rough Riders, right? Where it's like red and there's a girl with a bikini on a bike, kind of 90s marketing. But I'm like, no, if you do it well, you can still, I like red.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I will try and download some of the cute pictures and I'll post them tomorrow on the thingy.
Or you could just go to rougegroup.co.uk.
Ooh, we could do that.
And if anyone needs anything from me, please do email me. I mean, Tori, you can put this in the chat or wherever, but it's Sam at Rouge Group. Sam at rougegroup.co.uk. If you have any questions, if you want access to the asset library, anything like that, a price list, those kinds of things. If you're a retailer in North America, you can find us at ECN, Nowpack, Eldorado, National, Holiday, and in Canada, Landco, EP Products, Body Spot, and TW Trade. If you want to buy stuff online, like I said, you can go to rougegroup.co.uk, and I think Amazon as well. I'm pretty sure right now. So yeah,
Did it.
There you go. Hey, that's my email address.
Did I do it right?
And it's Rouge Group, not Rogue Group.
It's not the D&D character spec.
No.
Sorry, I said it wrong. But see, now we all know. Everybody's learning. Okay, well, this rocks. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I will let your dogs go potty. But if you guys want to ask him any questions, feel free to DM either of us on the socials or comment here, because we've had to pre-record and do the things, but that does not mean Sam is out of whatever you guys wanted to talk to him about chat. So until then, we will see everybody next Tuesday.